Hi, this is Joanne Summerscale talking to you from the Peruvian jungle at Ron Wheelock's place. I first heard about Ron on Coast to Coast, which is a really well-known American talk show on all kinds of lovely subjects, and also heard Graham Hancock talk about his 30+ experiences of ayahuasca. And whilst I've always been, since almost I can remember, on a spiritual journey or a soul journey, personal development, working with consciousness, it's never been my interest to use recreational drugs of any kind, and I never have. So anyway, after I heard Ron speak, and also one of the participants in one of his ceremonies, as they're called, I was speaking about it to a really good friend, and they said, wow, we could really do this. Anyway, Ron makes it very affordable, which is a major thing. And anyway, after some deliberation, here we are. We've both come along to have our second ayahuasca experience today, which is the 6th of May. The first ayahuasca experience was very, very intense, is a word, and I sported an injury from it, as you can see. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But initially, we were told that we must never lie down when we're having the ayahuasca. It's dangerous. We must also, it was going to be in the complete pitch black when we took it, and Ron would sing his Icarus, which are the sacred songs, and play various instruments to help get the ayahuasca working and in the system. And the main component of the things that brings the visions is the DMT. And Ron uses something called wasaba, or wasabare, something like that, instead of the other one that's quite well known, something like characuna or something like that. Anyway, so we started, and Ron had said that if you don't feel anything after about his first 3 songs, then we could go up for a second helping, and he normally only gives beginners about 50 ml as a starting dose. So anyway, I was just beginning to think, okay, I'm not really feeling too much here, and then I began to have these experiences of psychedelic colours, I guess, the oranges and the yellows, and not exactly geometric shapes, but lots of circles and cone shapes coming out, and then I had this gorgeous scene change, this fantastic gold background picture of everything was beautiful and gold, and there were jewels, everything was jewel encrusted and just beautiful, and it was really a marvel to behold, and I was just looking at it in awe, thinking, wow, Mama Nature, this is fantastic, thank you. I don't know what it means. I had asked on the taking, when we take the liquid, you can ask your question, then it sort of gets imbued into the liquid. So I just asked the usual, is who am I? Anyway, so I don't know what that told me. But anyway, it was very beautiful, and then the centre of this gold picture began to move, and I could see it was a gorgeous golden serpent, which was also colour encrusted and to some extent jewel encrusted, and that was just it, and that was really lovely. Then I'm not sure what happened next. I really don't. I think I went unconscious, which is unusual, about 2, 3, possibly 4 times during the session, and not very nice. Anyway, the next thing I remember, and I'm not sure if I've got this chronologically right, is that I was lying on the floor like a ramrod, like in a catatonic state, and I suddenly opened my eyes, wondering where the heck I was, and suddenly realised that I was in the ayahuasca experience, and my God, I was lying down. I shouldn't be lying down. Then my neighbour, who saw that I was lying down, had said, can you sit up please? And then Ron came over and also got me to sit up, and also ended up holding me down, and I guess I was trying to get up, and by that time I was so dizzy with the ayahuasca experience, or whatever was going on, that I really was not very compass. Ron had also said at the beginning that if we needed to go to the bathroom, then because purging, vomiting and having diarrhea were part of the ayahuasca process, when it's really to clear out all the kind of years of negative stuff and crude negative substances in the body. So it was a very good thing, uncomfortable though it is to experience. Anyway, I could feel, that I might need to go to the loo, so I could also feel that I was really unstable. In my body, I could feel this stuff surging through me like a river and buzzing away, and I just thought, gosh, I need help. So Ron had said, you must say, I need help, which I did. So I said, Ron, I need help. And sadly, unfortunately, he sent somebody who was completely incapable of helping me in any way at all. And the upshot of that is that as I got up, apparently, because I lost consciousness at this point, I flopped to the floor. I collapsed, basically, and so did he, with me. Great. And I ended up crashing down onto the concrete floor and getting this wonderful injury, which is okay. It's mainly on my eyebrow and a big nice bump there and some stuff there. Anyway, really weird. But after that, it was fairly painful, as you might imagine. So I then spent the next, felt like 2 hours just wishing, because it really broke the ayahuasca experience for me. I still had the great dizziness and blackness and one or two swirling cones and colours, but nothing much. It was as if it had sort of broken the whole pattern. And so I spent the next nearly 2 hours, it felt like anyway, just desperately tired and desperate to go to bed. And so that was it. And by the end of the whole ceremony, which is normally 3 to 4 hours, it always starts at 9 p.m. Ron only does it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was really in a bad state. I was just completely out of it. I mean, wow, I've never known anything like it. I really needed assistance. So Ron had to be up to get someone to the airport the next day. So he worked with me a bit, cleaned up the wound, the injury, and then my friend who I was with made sure that I just got safely onto my bed. And that was basically it. I didn't sleep all night. I don't think many of us did. Everybody had amazing, kind of responses to the ayahuasca, and there were people, throwing up like, they had no insides left. and my major throwing up happened right at the end when everybody, when everything had finished. My God. Anyway, I never did get to the loo. But anyway, so we're about to start experience 2. It's about 5:30, 5:45 in the evening. And so I'm praying that this is going to be a different experience, and I certainly will make sure that I get to the loo in a different way next time, and hopefully not pass out. So hopefully I'm going to have a smaller dose today, although 50 ml is not very much according to Ron, but maybe I'm a sensitive little soul. And also the thing that I noticed too is that the body absolutely reeks. Well, okay, mine does. After the ayahuasca, it's like through every pore there is this sort of sickly sweet smell. It is really horrible, and I can hardly bear it. So thank God I brought my Prada out. Prada in the jungle. God, you gotta believe it. Anyway, this is over and out for now. See you for another report.